welcome once again to Working for Scale, episode 8.
Brought to you by Ace, Volume 8. Accidentally Anthropomorphic Animal Heroes. Not TMNT.
Charles Hawking print and play comic books.
It's a game.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
What system based?
The Awfully Cheerful Engine, which is a modified D6.
Okay. Well,
so light on rules, big on fun.
Well,
Potentially.
Only occasional D6 is used here, unfortunately. But at some point, I do want to try out a D6 system. So maybe one day, Charles. Maybe one day. But in this game, you're going to need a lot more than D6s. Because you guys have made some progress. But also, no progress. What has been discovered over these last few sessions?
So we followed up on the lead about his claim that his parents were trying to kill him. We convinced Phineas that we needed to investigate before we could arrest them. We found out that we found a drawer with a false bottom, some hunting trophies, and reddish hair. We were able to search Phineas's room and found red hair there as well. We weren't really definitively able to tell whether or not it was fox fur or not, but we took samples. Let's see. Eli was talking with Cecilia and found out that Cecilia has someone else that she's seeing aside from Matthew, and she hadn't decided whether or not she wanted to be with this person or not, but basically she would only share that with Eli. She didn't share that with all of us, and so we went to the library, looked some things up. We weren't really getting anywhere. Finally, we had Eli and Al follow Phineas, while Frey and I had the fur analyzed, and it came back that it was some sort of Feyan creature, like maybe a nymph or something like that, which sort of put the picture in our mind that perhaps he was being manipulated by the Fae. And then when Eli and Al were following Phineas, they noticed him meet up in the park with a Feyan creature. So we brought our findings to Rhyme, and she said that we needed to bring in the Fae to so that the Fae can face the justice of the Empire, because they're not supposed to be in our area. We regrouped, and basically I believe Eli and Frey went to the park while Al and I waited to see if the Fae would show up at the house. Mm-hmm. So we're kind of on a stakeout.
Yeah. Repeat to me who is where, just to make sure I remember correctly and that I have it correctly.
Eli and Frey went to the park to track the Fae.
And they were literally following it when we had left off, if I am not mistaken, correct?
I believe so. And Al and Narissa were waiting at the house for the Fae to show up.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because we've got perception checks there. Checks there. I just need one thing. Sec here. I had all this ready, but I'm short on a couple of things. No. Okay. So, Freya now spot the woman in the woods as she is preparing to head away. And can I get a stealth check from Frey and Al?
Wait, Frey and Al or Frey and Eli?
Sorry, Frey and Eli. I think I keep getting it back. No, Frey. Yeah, from Frey and Eli. Sorry, it's Al and Narissa that are staying behind. Okay. Frey. As the two of you are following the woman where she is going, after a little bit, she will stop and like kind of turn and start walking towards you. Excuse me, I can't help but notice that you've been walking the same path that I am. Is there something wrong?
Oh, no, I've just happened to be heading in the same direction, I guess.
Peculiar. I don't ever remember seeing you walk this path around this time before.
Eh.
Usually the guards tend to be in other places. No, you're not. You would actually be. You're dressed as. You're a ministry member, so you would not be dressed in the regular guard's outfit.
I take it she has not seen me.
No, not at all. I am curious what. I apologize for all the questions. I'm sorry. It's just I get a little bit nervous when all these things are going on, you know. But I am curious, like, where around here do you stay? Do you have any ranks in bluff?
I do.
Give me a bluff check. And then give me a knowledge local check. Ugh. Ugh. So you inadvertently like stutter for a moment and name like the most affluent region in town. And she lets out a bit of a chuckle. She's like, "Oh, okay. Yes, that makes sense. Well, I'm gonna be heading on. I'm sorry to trouble you."
It's alright.
And she will continue on her way, but she will pick up her pace. This would mean that if you want to follow behind her, you would either need to pick up both of you would need to pick up your pace, or you would need to, which would make stealthing a lot more difficult, or you just outright have to be chasing.
I want to try and stealthily pick up the pace.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check. Okay. What about you, Frey?
I'm just gonna, like, walk there just to not draw any more attention to myself.
Where are you walking to, though? Are you assuming where she's going? Do you know where she's going? Because what if she goes somewhere different than you expect?
Then I end up at the wrong place and it sucks for me.
Okay.
I don't have any breadcrumbs to leave for Frey, so.
Yeah, Eli, you can keep up the follow, and as she starts to close in, can I get stealth checks from Al, Debobe, and Narissa? You do have a little bit of an advantage because you've got time to sort of get into specific spots, so I'll give you a bonus accordingly. Oh. Al
Doing
is
great, guys.
definitely not the stealthy one. Bobe is doing a not
What
bad
do you do
job.
for a living, Al? I'm a sailor. What's this hunter on your sheet here? Yeah, I've just given up.
Yeah, so you get, and can I get a perception from the three of you? Yeah, so, and can I get a perception from Eli as well? Okay. So, Eli, you will catch this sort of as it is happening, and I will give you the ability to roll me initiative for a moment. And I will have this person roll initiative as well.
Just Eli or all of us?
Just Eli.
Did that work? It's give me.
It did. You don't need to go on. It doesn't need to go on the tracker at the moment. All right. So Eli, you will notice ahead of time. Yep.
Can I use my adaptable luck to get a +2 on that, or would I have had?
You need to use that ahead of time, I think.
Okay.
But you will notice that she starts making these hand gestures and is looking directly at where you can very easily see Al and Debobe trying to hide but doing a very poor job of it. I guess no, I'm sorry, not Al. Al and Narissa. Narissa is trying as best as possible, but unfortunately you can see the armor is kind of making little glints of light come off. Al is basically standing behind a tree almost. So you can easily see shoulders and arms, like the tree has shoulders and arms. But you can see her eyes are locked, are pointed in their direction, and her hands start to move very slowly, and very methodically as she starts kind of stating some words.
Meaning I think she's casting a spell.
You could give me a spellcraft if you think that is the case.
I don't have spellcraft.
Okay. Then you need to make a decision now if you want to take an action against her.
I'm trying to see what I don't want to injure her.
I mean, you could try to running tackle her. You could try to...
Yeah, I'm a range fighter then. Can I shoot her, try and shoot her with one of my tangle shots? Because that wouldn't hurt her. That would web
Yes.
her, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I want to do...
Yeah, make me an
and
attack roll.
that you said I'm supposed to track, so I should take that off my sheet.
Correct. Go ahead and give me a ranged attack roll. You can use your weapon's attack bonus. And his first ranged touch. So just click on your little token down there, and then click your attack button.
Oh, it's up there.
Yep. Very good. Versus touch, that will hit. And she will attempt to save. Very close. She will manage to... she'll see that the hit kind of throws her off a bit. I will still give her a concentration check here.
My studied target wouldn't have helped.
No, your hit is successful. The problem is she's beaten the DC.
Oh.
Oh, she will fail. distracted as the arrow still splatters onto her and splashes this stuff around. She manages to avoid, kind of slip around as most of the goo kind of flies just past her. The arrow, though, still shattering against her. But you can see that her motions are kind of lost. And she makes out a little bit of a stun noise. And it is at this point that Al and Narissa will take sight of her. And she will say, "Who is that?" I don't roll initiative yet. "Who is that? Why have you done this?"
Or remain silent. Can I shoot another one?
Well, not quite yet. So she'll say that, and then I need to know, what do Narissa and Al do when you see this sudden splatter happen and this woman shout this out in the distance. Your audio just deceased.
I'm going to go and see what's going on.
I would ask Al if this is her, because I don't think that they told, or I don't think if this is. I guess I would be asking if this is who we're waiting on, basically.
Al didn't see her.
Yeah, I didn't see her.
It was Eli that saw her.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I would just go talk to her.
Yeah, I'm assuming that this is a person potentially in peril.
Okay. Yeah, you two can walk up. She will look to you. "Ah, good guards. I've been attacked."
And
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Oh, good knights. I've been attacked.
by whom?
I don't know. I can't quite tell. Do your job. Investigate, please.
And who are you? What business do you have here?
My name is Marine.
Marine.
Yes.
Pretty name.
I was out for a walk. Just minding my own business.
Do you live around here?
I do indeed.
I'm gonna while a compatriot is talking to Marine, I am going to take a walk around and see if I can spot who's arrowing her. Or
Yeah, give me a perception.
Oh man, well those have been going pretty good for me. So that means that Whitney's character will be right in front of me, and I will not see her. See them.
Yeah, no idea. I mean, you already know, people are hard to see, but you are having no luck finding whoever is shooting arrows.
Whoever did it, I can't find them. They must be long gone.
Who would have any reason to attack you?
I don't know. That's why I need you to find out who.
Do you have any enemies that you know of?
No. Very few people care about my existence.
That's sad.
It is. I'm relatively new to town.
Oh, me too. Where are you from?
Out east. It was a long journey to get here.
I'm sorry that you've come here and now people are just shooting you with... Can I see what you got hit with?
There's a bit like a broken arrow that's laying on the ground, and there's a little vial that's kind of shattered all over the place, and some goo stuck on a wall behind her.
Would that be something I would recognize from my compatriot or no?
I would say you would not recognize that that Eli carries this kind of thing. You guys have never gone through inventories, but you would recognize it as being the kind of tanglefoot bag chemical. You would have investigated that a few times in your life.
Seems like somebody shot you with a tanglefoot bag. They didn't want to hurt you. They just wanted to incapacitate you.
That would have been gross. I don't want to feel that. That stuff is very icky.
Narissa, you want to take a look around? I didn't see anything, but I'm kind of dense.
Yes, I will look around.
So do we take statements like regular cops?
Yeah, you can take a statement like a regular cop. Absolutely, that is part of your job. Yeah, she'll start giving you some details while Narissa's looking around, and will glance over after a bit and notice where Eli is, but just barely. you get the impression that if you two hadn't walked up to her when you did, she would have very quickly turned and figured out where the arrow had come from and figured out exactly where Eli was. But Eli has kind of ducked back down, and you were able to, in the confusion, kind of track the arrow back to its point of origin.
Well, good job.
Al can take his statement, and a few moments later, you'll see Frey starting to walk towards you in the distance.
Were you able to track down anything?
Nothing so far. However, Miss Marine, would you accompany us back to the headquarters? We want to make sure that you're safe.
Barracks would be the term.
Barracks. We want to make sure that you're safe.
I would rather not. I have business to attend to today.
Well, unfortunately, it's a liability if we just allow you to continue on when somebody's clearly targeting you.
Can't you just sweep the area and let me go on my way?
I would feel more comfortable if you came with us back to the barracks.
This seems like you're saying I'm under arrest.
I'm not saying that you're well, actually, Ryan basically told us to arrest her, correct?
If this is the person you're looking for, if you can confirm 100% that this is the Fae, otherwise you're making a false arrest.
Okay. Is there any way that I can try and discern that she's Fae?
You have seen nothing that shows she is Fae.
Okay. But I guess
It's a tough one here, huh?
well, it's tough because nobody's telling me anything. So
I will come out if you're just gonna keep standing there not sure what to do, and I'll say this is her.
Oh, okay, then yes, you're under arrest.
This is who? Who is it you think I am?
That was pretty awesome. Then you're under arrest.
You match the description of a suspect we're looking for in relation to a case.
I am no such thing.
Well, then it should be pretty simple for us to sort it out back at the barracks.
I believe it should be very simple for all of you to roll initiative.
Okay.
You want me to roll again?
I need you to click on your thing and then click the INIT button as we normally do.
Am I close enough to
You are
also-
close. Everyone can roll into initiative.
Okay.
God, this initiative order looks so much better now. Oh, I'm so happy with this, comparatively.
Can I find us? Where are we at on this map? Up there.
You got your little figure things down there. I'm going to grab a little one of these so I can roll her into initiative.
I know I'm not going first, but I want to say I'm using Steady Target and Adaptable Luck on my turn.
Okay. Ooh, she rolled incredibly good. Look at that. Oh, oops, and then I close it. All right.
Steve cheating for his fame. Good job.
The only annoying thing is it's hard to tell when it's on loop or... Oh, wait, I remember how I'm doing this. All right, so she will go first. She will take a step back to put some distance between the two of you, and she will attempt to cast a Deep Slumber upon Eli and against Al and Narissa, who are both in close enough range to her. So can I get a will save from each of you?
Gonna fall asleep in the first round.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna use one of my Adaptable Lucks on my will save.
Okay. Wait, did I say Eli? I meant Al. I'm sorry. That should be Al.
No, that's quite all right.
Eli was still a ways back. Eli stepped out, but had not come close enough.
Did it go through?
No, it did not. There we go. Yes, so Narissa and Al will fall asleep. You do still have Debobe, though, and people can try to wake you up. Eli.
So I guess now I will use my steady target adaptable luck and try another tangle shot at her.
Okay.
And I will ask Frey to try and wake him up.
Yep. That will most certainly hit. She will try to save against it. And fail. She is entangled and she starts to cry out, "This is unfair! I've done nothing wrong!"
There's no need to struggle. We simply need to take you in for questioning.
And that will bring us to Frey.
Killer Frey.
Beats her with the pan flute. I'm going to attempt to wake Narissa up.
Yeah, you can rush over and wake up Narissa. That is a standard action. And so Narissa will awaken, but is prone. Al, you are asleep, but Dabobe is conscious. What would a Dabobe without the orders of Al do in this situation?
Is there anything that smells good?
There's whatever this thing is.
I'm gonna take a bite out of whatever that thing is.
All right. Give me an attack roll from... I gotta give you a Dabobe token real quick. There we go. If you click on that token, you should be able to click the attack button for Dabobe.
That picture looks familiar.
Yep. Oh, no, the attack roll, not the initiative.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Not worried about its initiative. It should be ATK 00 when you click on it and in the top left.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, Dabobe rushes over and gets a bite out of her. Go ahead and hit that damage button for me there.
Jeez. Where's this damage when I need you?
For 1 point of damage, but give me a... I don't know, I forgot to program the trip in. Go ahead and give me a CMB check from Dabobe.
Ooh. Nice. Don't think I've ever successfully done this yet with this character. CMB, right?
CMB?
Hold on, I got the combat thing right in my way.
Oh... that is enough because she is entangled. She is like struggling in the Tanglefoot coup, and Dabobe rushes up, takes a bite out of her like leg, and she goes to kick him off of her, and just flops backwards. And it is at this point that you will notice a tail like wave or come up from beneath her dress. Narissa, you are conscious again.
All right. Is it a move action to stand up?
It is.
Okay. So I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to close the distance. I'm just going to basically
it's a 5-foot step for you to move in because she basically just steps away from where you and Al are because you're basically right on top of her.
Oh, okay. So I'll do that. I'm going to enter my rage. And I'm going to attack.
Okay. Dabobe? What?
Oh, actually, no. you had to stand up, so you can't technically take a 5-foot step. But you can move into her. But that would be your standard action.
All right, I'll still do that, and I'm still entering rage.
Absolutely. She will go, and she will actually choose to she'll try to stand. And that'll provoke an attack of opportunity from both Dabobe and from Narissa.
Wow.
Oh, that's not a crit at least, but that is definitely a hit. Dabobe will hit as well because of the Tanglefoot. Narissa rips into her.
Way to go, Narissa.
And Dabobe, hit that damage button for me.
Oh, that's right. It's programmed in.
Yep. Just hit the word damage there, and that will give us the damage. 2 points. And you can't trip her because she's already technically on the ground when you make the AO. I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. And as she rises up, she will need Narissa to give her a will save.
All right, I get a +2 for my blood rage.
And you get a +5 as well. So, yeah, you will succeed. But still had to try. Eli.
Sorry, my mouse is being here. Okay, so since I have Blood Reader and I use Studied Target, I would know how many hit points she has, right?
What is
That's
Blood
what it says.
Reader?
A class feature that I have. And the summary is know how many HP an opponent has if using Studied Target.
Oh, that is really good. She has 25 hit points currently.
After she...
Yes.
Okay, I will tell her if she cooperates, this will go just fine. We only need to talk to you and don't want to continue injuring her, but I will ready a shot so that if she tries to do something again, I will
Give me a diplomacy check when you say that.
Nice.
Can I give you a bluff check instead?
Yes, you can give me a bluff instead. Absolutely. Okay. Frey.
I am going to try to wake up Al.
All right, you can successfully wake up Al. Al, you are awakened on the ground, and Debobe is biting at this woman.
What is going on? The Bobe is biting someone. All I can do is get up, right? On my
Yeah,
turn.
you can. Well, you can move action, get up, and then take another action. Because you still have your standard.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna say, put your hands on your head and hold still so we can take you in. Try to do my commanding voice.
All right, give me an intimidate check.
And since things once again have been going super well with my
I don't even think you have ranks in intimidate, and I think charisma is not your primary skill. So.
Oh no, it's embarrassing.
Oh, not bad. All right, Narissa.
All right, I will say to her, if you surrender, this will go a lot better for you.
Okay.
Surrender now. Prepare to fight.
Give me a intimidate or bluff check.
Okay.
Okay. She will take your words into consideration.
And then coup de grace you.
And she will choose to surrender.
All right. We have cuffs or something, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you actually should. Somebody should. At least one of you should be carrying a set of manacles. That should have been on your standard list.
Man,
But I do not think that I had
I don't think it
mentioned
would've
that
been
before.
me, because I'm small.
Either way,
far away.
one of you can have had them, and you can bring her into the barracks. It is not but minutes, possibly even about the same time that you walk through the door of the barracks, that following behind you will come in Phineas. What are you doing? Why are you taking her?
This doesn't concern you, Phineas. Please go home.
It does most certainly indeed involve me, and I will not go home.
Well, then you can wait here while we question her.
That's nonsense, and you know it. Listen, I understand that you want to be the best you can be for your parents, but there are things here you don't understand. Things here that could cause great problems for both of us.
Was that Phineas to us?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
Phineas
Phineas to directly to Narissa.
Oh, okay.
Was he talking to where everyone can hear, or just I?
He said it where you could hear it, where everyone
Okay.
could hear it. Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, my parents? How are my parents involved?
I understand what you're saying, Phineas, but this order goes over our head. We have to bring her in.
I see. Everybody's always just a puppet. Well, I'll do what I can then. The order will hopefully be executed before you're finished with your interrogation. Good day. And he sort of races out the door. No idea. But yeah, you can. Where are you taking her?
I was of a mind to take her directly to Rhyme.
Okay.
Um,
Does everyone agree with that?
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay. The four of you will head straight to Rhyme. When you arrive, there will be nothing but a few moments that you'll have to wait, and somebody will actually kind of like scurry out the door, with their head kind of turned away, as they rush away, and the door will be opened for you by the doorman as before, and you can step into the chilled room once more.
Oh my!
Rhyme will look over the four of you and look to this woman that you've brought in. I assume this is her?
yes. Eli here has witnessed her meeting with Phineas in the park, and we have seen the foxtail that came from beneath her robe. She also tried to use magic against us.
Then it is a Huldra. Probably got itself wound up in some things. I think what's more important right now is that we get some cleanup done. A Huldra. They are a sort of forest creature, very similar to dryads. Often have a lot of fox-like behaviors. I'm not sure why she's got herself confused about being here, but she should know better, shouldn't you, little one? And you can see for some reason there is just like an intense fear that has filled her face, an unexplainable fear. Like, she is captured, but this is like far above what a normal person would feel if they were just being taken into custody. This is the like fear that you've seen when somebody is like fleeing from you, or like fleeing from people in a sort of hostile environment. Rhyme will actually get up and Rhyme will walk around her desk, and take a few steps towards her and reach out a hand and place it against her cheek. And as she does, you'll see like ice crystals will form against the woman's face. I need the four of you to make sure that Phineas gets back to doing what he is supposed to, and that the rest of the family knows nothing about what happened. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
He said something about an order that he thought it would be done today. I don't know what that meant. I don't know if you might know.
Phineas's skill set is very interesting. I'm assuming that Phineas is about to get himself arrested. It is important then that you get to his work right away and stop him before he makes a grave mistake for all of us.
What do you think he's gonna do?
He is going to attempt to delete record of this, but in doing so, he will put flags in the system that should not be there. investigators will be on this immediately. I will have my own inquisitors that I will have to deal with if we do not stop him before he gets too far. The securities in place should stop him for at least a few minutes, hopefully. But it is only a matter of time before he manages to crack it.
Then we need to hurry.
Please do. I will deal with this one.
And Narissa will give a short bow and turn to leave.
Yeah. Can I get a perception from the four of you as you leave? Al? Al? Charles?
Yes.
No
Oh,
laying
shit.
down. Can I get a perception, please?
Both or just one?
Both.
Okay. And this is how we end up dead.
No.
I almost clicked linguistics. Albarca. If I get to the point where I can cast fly,
Okay. Yeah, so the door will close behind you. You won't hear a sound. And you can all rush to the building.
okay.
Where you know Phineas works. You can get to the door, and the front desk person will immediately attempt to stop you. Excuse me, what are you doing here?
This is an emergency. We are in pursuit of someone attempting to commit a crime.
And do you have proof of such things?
I will show our badge.
Yes, but what is your proof? How do you know?
Is she blocking us from detaining our suspect?
Well, right now you don't have any direct order, so they're not in the wrong to be asking you this before they let you into their premises.
We have a warrant from an official person to be on this premises. We need to stop.
Let me
this
see the
person.
warrant.
I will show him the warrant.
Your warrant is not valid here.
This is an emergency. We need to get through.
And I cannot let you into an environment with secure government secrets. The authorization that we have is above your head. If you do not have a reason to come in here, I need to hear an exact reason that I should let you through here.
We're stalking a dangerous individual with.
And how do you know they're dangerous?
She turned me into a newt.
No one
What?
here has that ability.
No. We were told by our superiors to stop them. Time is of the essence. We have to get in there.
I am not hearing you tell me any reason that you should be allowed to get past here.
He's gonna delete records and it would cause problems.
Who?
Phineas Ashworth.
Quickly, the figure starts drawing a various series of runes on the table in front of them. And after a moment, you will hear, he will do no such thing now. Phineas should be down shortly.
We will wait.
Did you lock him out of the system or something?
Of course.
Wow.
How do we know
That
he's
was
not gonna,
impressive.
escape out a window?
From where he's at, if he chose to escape out the window, there would be no more Phineas Ashworth.
Oh, we don't want that either.
Well, it would require him to bash through it with a quite substantial amount of force. After a few others that have died here of similar circumstances, we have reinforced the windows properly.
That's very depressing.
This is a hard job, and a single mistake can cost people millions of platinum.
Wow. Jeez. Gee whiz.
A few minutes later, a very disheveled Phineas Ashworth will kind of walk out into the area. And as soon as he sees the 4 of you, he will drop to his knees and put his hands in the air.
Like he's ready to be cuffed to me?
Yes.
Would we have gotten the cuffs back? Should we?
Yes, you would have gotten the cuffs back.
Okay.
You can cuff Phineas and bring him back to the barracks. The whole time he'll keep asking, is she okay? Just tell me that she's okay.
She's being looked after. We're taking you to her.
Thank you. Where are you taking him? In the barracks.
To Rhyme, right? I mean, where else would we take him?
Yeah, I guess we'll just take him as well to Rhyme.
Okay. Yeah, it will take you much longer to go before Rhyme. This time you're just kind of left seated there. But eventually, the door will be opened and you'll be invited in. Why is he here?
I thought you told us to bring him in.
No, I told you to get him in order.
Oh.
Don't worry. Guess I will handle this. One moment. She thinks for a moment. Suppose this will be a bit of a treat for all of you. You do deserve it. You've done well so far.
I'm a little scared.
It'll be fine. It's not going to negatively impact you.
This is a treat for you. You're gonna see how you break a man in half with your bare hands. Just a punch in the...
Well, that would be rather interesting. I have no intention of doing such things. He was a great value to us, though. But we just need him this way for a little while.
What are you doing now?
If anyone asks...
Baleful polymorphing him.
If anyone asks, during recent events, he unfortunately suffered blunt force trauma in the altercation that you all had as he was trying to flee the city. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Uh-oh.
Things need to be cleaned up.
Stabler time.
A mess was made, and he can't know what has happened until things are finished, until everything is in place. I will clean him up afterwards, I assure you.
What does it mean to clean him up?
The less you know, the
Like,
better
give
it
him a
is
good
for
shower,
you.
or, like, put on some cologne?
I think I'm gonna go have a cup of coffee.
Good. That's a good idea.
Would anyone like to join me in a cup of coffee? I heard about a new kind of coffee called
Eli,
what was the coffee they're all talking about?
it is not your place to object. If you would like to go have some coffee with Al, you may do so. Otherwise, stand in line and watch what happens.
I don't want to watch what happened. I'm going to get a cup of coffee. Who wants to join me?
I have to watch.
Okay. Can I get a spellcraft from the 3 of you that are
I
still
don't
here?
have it. You want me to roll it?
No, you will not be able to roll it then.
I don't have it either.
Okay. So, Narissa, you will not be certain what happens, but after a few minutes of her casting some spell, you notice that that Phineas suddenly starts to drool.
Oof.
And she will kind of take a few steps once again around the desk and walk up to him and say, "You're a very, very good man, Phineas. a very good man. And it's very, very important that you do the right thing now. You know what the right thing is, right? And Phineas shakes his head. And she'll smile softly to him. And she'll say, it's very simple, Phineas. Very, very simple. You just need to go meet each day with Cillian and make sure that Cecilia and Matthew take good care of you. And you'll be taking some time off work. Here, let me help you out. She'll write out a note. And you notice that, like, the writing on the note is not the same as the writing she did on the
Warrant?
Yeah. Not warrant, but,
Or...
No, yeah, it is, yeah. But anyway, the handwriting is different. And she'll roll it up and hand it to him. This will help remind you for now. Things are going to be a little blurry for a while, but don't worry. I'll make sure you come back here when the time is right. And we'll get you all taken care of, okay? And Phineas will nod. Now, can I have the three of you please escort Phineas home? He's going to need some help getting there. He's not going to remember a lot for right now.
Certainly.
What are we supposed to tell his parents?
Tell him he unfortunately had a great fall, suffered blunt force trauma, and some of his thoughts aren't working. Some of his brain is not working quite well. He'll recover in a few days once everything is finished. Just in time for the test. Thank you.
I will...
And one last thing. It's always important that we remember who is in charge. And that we make sure to give them the appropriate respect. Is that understood, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you say that? Did we do something wrong?
I'll take that as a yes for now. You're dismissed.
I will offer to, offer my arm or something to help guide Phineas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can guide Phineas home.
Does anybody go and get me from the coffee room?
I suppose we would guide Phineas to the coffee room and say, "Hey, Al, we need to take him home."
Give it a big thumbs up and just pretend I don't know what's going on.
All right. The three of you, or the four of you, can guide Phineas back home. The entire time he is dead silent. Responds 100% to whatever commands that are given to him. And he just kind of looks around very carefully, but also seems in kind of a daze the whole time. When you get him back home, Cecilia and Matthew Cecilia will answer the door and see that you have Phineas in tow. Is he all right? What happened to him?
He unfortunately took a bit of a fall and hit his head.
Great. So we got some of this, once again, night brutality going on here.
We're the ones that made sure he got home safely. He doesn't really seem like he could.
I'm sure after you made sure he took that fall, this is the first place you're going to take him, right?
We made sure that he was all right. We were told that he should recover in a few days, and he's been given leave from work.
She rushes over to Phineas and takes him by the hand. Are you okay? Are you okay, Phineas? He just kind of stares at her, and she'll pull him inside. And like she pulls him in and almost is like expecting Phineas to close the door as she pulls him in, but it doesn't close. But as the door is open, Matthew will walk to the door and for a moment look like he's about to close it, and then look at the four of you, and then step outside as he closes the door. What happened? Lay it on me straight.
He was trying to leave town. He fell and hit his head.
I know a feeble mind when I see it. I don't know how many of my allies have had to deal with it in a number of their investigations. Whatever it is, I know I'm not supposed to be privy to it. But what happened? This girl, was there something wrong with her?
Something like that. A lot of it explains his behavior, his erratic behavior. He should be better now.
The fur you mentioned, did you find anything on it?
We did, but we've caught the perpetrator and they will be dealt with.
Good. And were there any questions asked to the perpetrator?
They're being questioned as we speak.
Well, sad then. This will likely be the end of certain things in my life once the answers become unveiled. But so be it.
What does that mean?
My private goings-on is likely not for you to hear. Best kept to myself.
Oh, well then why did you say something?
Curiosity, that's all. Just wanted to know if I needed to prep for the worst. And it sounds like I will.
Well, Phineas should be back to himself in a couple of days.
That likely won't matter for me, but once the word gets out, I'm sure Cecilia will be very unhappy. Anyway, I appreciate you getting him back here and solving whatever is wrong with him. If you assure me he'll be better in a few days, that's all that matters to me. I want to see the boy do well. He's doing well now, and I think he'll do much better in the future. He's going to do a lot for the city.
Well. We hope for that as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good night.
Good night. He will open the door and go back in. What do the four of you wish to do?
I'm feeling very confused.
I want to go back to our private room and just type up a report of everything.
Yeah, I was. Should we talk to the person who hired us?
Nobody hired us. We were appointed this by the Ninth to investigate. Are you talking about the lawyer?
Yeah, the lawyer.
I don't think... I mean, personally, Narissa doesn't think that needs to happen, but if Al wants to, he's welcome to. I assume it's kind of late now?
It is getting kind of late, yes. You guys had waited until the evening for her to make her way to the house.
Wait for the evening, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you guys can go back to your private room. Narissa, you can start working on a report. And it is at that point that there will be a... on the door.
I will answer the door.
Standing in the door is Rhyme. Might I come in?
Of course. I will move aside.
Thank you. She'll step in and look to the document that you have on the table. And she'll wave a hand and the document will come over to her. And she'll look it over. Good. This is a very useful report. And she'll fold her hands together and it will freeze in her hands. And then she will close her fist and it will shatter in her hands. But, as I said, this was a favor for a friend. Best not to mully up everything with a report.
As you wish.
You all did a very good job out there. You found the problem and brought it to me so it could be taken care of. Everything will be much better now. There will be great things in your future. As long as we stick to it. As long as we keep up with the plan, this city will grow. It will get better. And the four of you are going to be instrumental in making that happen. I want you to take a few days and get some rest and see that everything will be okay. I know, Eli, you're very worried, and I can understand that you would be. There are a lot of things that have happened at a level that is beyond your current level of understanding. But over the next few days, there is news that will help you gain better understanding about everything that will come down the pipeline, and suddenly it will all become much clearer to you how it all works.
Is the Fae okay?
They are in a much better place.
Did you kill them?
This is not something for you to worry about as to where they are. I am not allowed to disclose to you where they are. When people end up in this kind of custody, it is imperative that we make sure that those working on the case don't know where they are. That way no one can come back to you and get the information as to where they are. Do you understand?
Yeah, but no one's gonna come and ask me.
You never know in these kinds of cases.
No.
The Fae can be very aggressive.
I just feel like that's something you say when somebody's dead.
Not everyone just kills people. I know what
Right,
you've
but
heard.
Like
The
when a
room,
Fae
the
dies, you say
rumors
them
are
out.
far, far blown out of proportion. While I may sometimes have a bit of a temper, I do not just frivolously go around killing or consuming those people who do not agree with my viewpoints. What
I mean,
kind
you
of...
sure did just crush that report. Whew.
Because that report has no place here. And if someone were to accidentally pick it up, there would be all kinds of questions that would be asked to Phineas, to Cecilia and Matthew, and to Cillian. And it would just cause a lot of unneeded time to be wasted.
It was my mistake, Eli. Rhyme did tell us this was supposed to be off books, and it was my habit to write a report, but I shouldn't have done that.
I understand,
Can
and
we
that
give
is...
you back the warrant to have that destroyed too?
Oh, yes, please do.
Oh, I will hand that over as
Yeah,
well.
she will freeze that as well.
Can I
and then,
watch?
and then shatter it in
It
her
does look
hands.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Can you teach me how to do that?
She'll chuckle. No, unfortunately, it is a inherited gift. One day, though, perhaps Frey will. Well, it has been good to have you. Good things are on the horizon. Enjoy your next few days of break. And I will speak to you again very soon. With that, let's take a short break. Be back. Some days will pass, and the usual things will come about as the days go. But after about 3 days, each of you gets a very like ornate letter delivered to your home, hand delivered, or wherever you are staying. When you open it up, each of you are being promoted to Templar.
Wow.
This is a fairly big promotion. Most people don't move straight from Knight to Templar. There is a little bit of a transition process where you're acting as kind of a... so when you first started off in the Knights, you're given the title of Squire while you're in training. Then you become a Knight from there. And then you become a Templar Squire. In this case, you are skipping a whole step, and being given a direct promotion to Templar. Being elevated to Templar is a big deal. Very few people manage to make it to Templar. It comes with a ceremony of induction. There is a raise, and you are afforded a housing budget. This is special money that is set aside for you to be able to get a place all of your own. If you choose to take it, you do not have to. You can continue to stay where you are if you feel like you prefer where you're at.
Do you mean all of our own, meaning all of us would stay together, or each of us would have our own?
Each of you would have your own place.
Also, can the housing, can we take the money and use it not for housing?
No.
I definitely will take advantage of it, use it for housing.
But that takes time before it gets settled. So you basically you would get your position first, get settled in the position, and then within a few months you would receive your housing stipend. So you're not getting it right away. You just know that this is something that you will get to look forward to, is the ability to have a place of your own. But for each of you, this will cause some level of commotion. Who would like to find out what commotion this envelope entails?
I'd love to know what
Just
commotion.
I planned during our downtime to buy myself a couple more tingle shot arrows so that
Okay, no problem.
I'm back up to 3.
I want a couple of commotion shot arrows.
Al, you are spending some time around the little commune, enjoying the fact that things seem to be getting better between you and all of your mates. When this very well decorated messenger shows up with this ornate letter and hands it to you, and immediately Alan will come up and try to what you got there?
I'm not sure. Give me a little space, my friend. Could be a threat.
All right. He'll take a step back.
All right, I'm going to carefully open it.
Yeah. You can read what it says, the promotion you're getting, and what it entails, and that there will be a ceremony that will take place on the 25th.
I said, well, shuck you darn. I just got promoted. There'll be a ceremony on the 25th.
What did you get promoted for?
Good works out in the field.
What works? I never see you on the streets.
That's how good I am.
I'm confused. Listen, I was watching this. I was watching the show on the Globe the other day.
Uh-huh.
And I heard that there are some of you that do illicit things.
Oh,
Are
that
you?
would not be me.
No, come on. You can tell me. Look, I'm looking to buy some stuff, okay? Do you know a guy?
Nope. I do not.
Look, you got this promotion, right?
Yeah?
And you're like, you've been sitting around here for the last 3 days and they just give you a promotion for staying home?
No, they gave it to me for the job we just finished.
What job? There were no reports of anything happening. If you're going to get a promotion, everybody should hear about it. All the other people getting promotions, you always hear about them. There's always news about it.
Yeah, we got a ceremony going on. Did you want to come?
Yeah, but there's been no news. I've been watching the Globe for the last week and a half. There's been no news of anything new happening. It's just the same old shit. But then all of a sudden, the four of you and some other people just get a promotion.
Well, I'd like to think that we kept things the status quo, which for people is often good enough.
That doesn't get people promotions. So what I'm saying here is just hook me up with whatever you've got.
I don't have anything to hook you up with, my friend.
Look, you gotta keep that mongrel controlled somehow.
Oh, I just treat him. I treat Dabobi with love and compassion. Born of years of
And
friendship.
special medicines, right?
No, I'm sorry, it's not. What do you think? Because I'm from the hinterlands? I'm like some kind of witch doctor?
I know you guys got stuff out there.
I don't really know what you're referring to.
Do you know that special tea?
Special tea?
Yeah, I saw it. I was watching on the Globe. There was this show all about, like, the tribesmen and how the tribesmen, they got this special tea. And when you drink it, you get relaxed. It's like having a viewing globe without having to pay for the service.
Do my people abide in those kind of things?
No.
It must be some other tribe. I do not know of which you.
No, look. I think you just probably don't know that you're doing it. You probably think it's normal. So.
Okay. Do you know what the name of this program is so I can look it up?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll show it to you. Here, sit down.
Okay.
And he'll tune the viewing globe. He'll make a few like runic marks in front of the TV or in front of the globe. And after a moment, you can like look into it. And the globe, using a viewing globe is a very interesting experience. Where like we might think of looking at a TV as you look at the big rectangle on the wall. When you look into a viewing globe, your eyes sort of like over zoom into the globe itself to see what's within. And it has a sort of 3D look to it as you're watching it. It almost feels like you're a floating like brain inside of the or a floating spirit inside of what's playing. And you can see very clearly these people look nothing like your people. These are people from the. Let me go to the map real quick. Big world map. You do know these people. They are people from the from well south of where you are. They would actually be from closer to the mountain ranges. But they are sort of a wandering trading group, so they will occasionally send some of their people up to make trades with you and whatnot. And well, you've never heard them talk anything about tea. They do like have a lot of various plants and things which they will try to trade from time to time, but they've never mentioned it being made into a tea.
Well, I am familiar with the people pictured in this globe there. I've never drank any of their teas. And mostly we just see them when they need to switch for some local furs and things.
Oh, so like that's how you're hooking it up, right? They're delivering the tea to your people, and then you've got the hookup to have the tea delivered once it comes into town. I get it. I know. You probably don't have any now, but you'll have some soon.
I don't think I'll have any Anytime.
When's your family coming into town next? They gonna bring it in, right?
Now, my family does not like to come to the city.
Why not? It's a great place.
It's too noisy and big for them.
Too noisy.
Very quiet in the village on the plains.
How do you sleep?
Just fine?
Without all the noise to keep all the thoughts away.
Oh, brother man. Yeah, I don't have a lot of problem with that.
Kind of a weird one, you know that?
Maybe so. Maybe so.
So, what's this promotion get you? You get a big raise?
Do I know about the housing thing yet?
Yeah, it's in the note.
It looks like I get something to get a better place.
Oh, so you're gonna be leaving? My pillows will finally be safe.
Yeah, I probably should find a place where my friend is not, eating people's stuff.
I think that's gonna be hard to do.
Yeah, because she'll eat anything. But
Yeah, I remember she ate Tony's ball the other day.
yeah, she thought it was delicious. No, I don't know what my new duties entail, but I guess I will find out.
Once you get
I don't know.
once you get that tea in, let me know though. I'm interested. I'll pay a lot for it. I got some money set aside.
Okay, I'll let you know if I get that tea in.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I have no clue what he's talking about. Right?
You have no idea.
Sure. As soon as I get that tea,
Uh,
right on it, Brosophus.
Who's next?
Pilates? I'll cry.
I
Is
guess
there anything to say?
I'm going
Pilates?
random
Yes,
then?
I'll go.
All
I'll
right.
go.
Yeah.
The letter arrives, and you are not the one who receives it immediately. It is your mother that receives it first. It is brought to her. They say it's for Narissa, but she does that thing you are prone to seeing her do when your mail comes in, where she says, "I am her guardian, and I have the right to take this." She snatches the note away from them, and then closes the door. And you can see her as she comes into the room with this note unfolded in her hands. Are you kidding me?
Bad news, Mother?
She flings the note at you. I don't know. You tell me. What is your job anyway? You just harloting around to get to positions like this?
Oh, wow. Wow.
I worked very hard to get to this position.
Now you're going to be a Templar? You worked hard how? You've been laying around here for 3 days.
That was my time off for doing a job well done. Rhyme herself came to commend us for a job well done.
There was no news of you completing any job, and if anyone should know, it's I and your father. There's nothing on the books that said you did anything for the last cycle.
Well, just because it's not on the books doesn't mean I haven't done anything.
Exactly what I mean.
I
I don't know what you're doing there. I don't know what kind of ring you're running with who you're running it. But I will not stand for it in my house. You're lucky you're getting a new place to stay. It's disgusting and vile, sleeping your way up.
You think I slept with Rhyme? That's kind of gross, Mom.
There are more people that can get you a leg up than just Rhyme. There are many of them who would love an opportunity to get a piece of our family.
Well,
Man, I would may be annoyed.
I haven't slept with anyone to get where I am. I just did an exceptionally good job and Rhyme is rewarding me.
Yes, Rhyme is doing it. Always Rhyme.
She is my boss.
Sure she is. Sure.
Oh man.
I am beginning to
Oh.
question that at this point. I bet you're calling someone else boss. Just doing whatever little pittance errands Rhyme is having you do.
I'm trying to help in any way I can. I would think you'd be happy for me. Didn't you want me to move up in the world?
I want you to do it under honest terms.
I am being honest.
Then why are you not moving up the ranks as normal? You're skipping a whole rank. There's no training. You're just suddenly going to become a Templar with no one to train you? No formal education on it? Do you think you're even ready for that responsibility?
I think so.
Of course you would.
Wow.
Those spells. Nothing. No long history of successes that led to this point. You've had one success in the entire time you've worked in the Knights. One success. And you basically tripped into that.
Well, honestly, I'm not at liberty to tell you the specifics, but I can tell you that I've had multiple successes.
I'm sure that all the men tell you that they are great successes, don't they?
I don't know what I can say to convince you otherwise, but I have not slept with anybody.
Anyone else who receives a promotion like this would have a track record that is undeniably worthy of this position. And you sit here before me and have one victory to show.
Well, sometimes they don't put everything on the books that happens, Mother. You can go to the award ceremony with me. You can talk to Rhyme yourself.
I have other ways of finding out the truth.
Well, then find out the truth.
Good. Then you accept.
I suppose.
Wonderful. So if you're looking over your shoulder and you notice there's someone there, just know, Mama's watching. And she'll turn and storm off.
Narissa contemplates whether her mother may have slept her way to her position.
You can hear a bit of an exchange that happens off in the distance, and after a few minutes, your father will come down. Your mother is at it again.
She seems convinced that I did not legitimately come by this promotion.
How did you come by it?
I performed my duties and went above and beyond to make sure that they were done correctly.
Your ability to speak needs some work. You need to find better ways to phrase things if you're going to accomplish deeds that no one knows about and somehow work your way up.
Well, I am trying to learn it all the time.
This is a big accomplishment, much as I hate to admit it. I was hoping that if you were going to actually amount to something, there would be something that I could be proud of. I can't... This doesn't work this way. You can't just... They're all going to think I gave you this promotion, that I am responsible for you achieving what you've achieved. That I pulled some strings and made things happen. I'm going to look like an absolute fool here. Whatever it is that you're doing, I need you to find ways to make it look more obvious, to make it more clear to people the successes that you've achieved, This family needs it. You need it.
Yes, Father.
Your mother's concerns are whatever they are. Your mother gets in these moods all the time. She's fortunate she's even in the position she's in. You have
How did she achieve the position she did?
You ask that question, and your father gets like, there's a few questions you've asked in your past that are like questions that give your father this very cross look, that makes it look like if you weren't his child, he would like attempt every measure to more permanently silence you. But he like clenches his fists and holds himself. What are you implying?
I'm not implying anything. I just wish to learn from my parents.
I did well to make a good name for myself as an honorable man. And your mother put a lot of work in to make sure that things got to where they needed to be. That's all you need to know about it.
Very
You
well.
need to do us as proud as we have done you.
That is my goal as well, Father.
Thank you. He too will turn and storm out.
Narissa goes to her room and starts like trying to figure out exactly what kind of place she wants.
Well, who's next to remain?
Charles, are you awake?
Charles is already done.
I know, I'm just worried with not seeing him and him being muted.
Yeah.
I can go next. Oh,
Okay.
there he is.
No, I was waiting. Is everybody gone? Because I thought Jess was just finished
Yeah.
wrapping up hers.
No,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we didn't lose you.
No.
Eli, you are spending some time relaxing in the barracks when the message is delivered. The delivery person looks a bit confused when walking into the barracks, but shouts out, "I'm looking for Elias.
That's me.
Alive?
This is for you."
Oh, I got a letter?
Yes, most important.
It's from the government the other day. It opens up, they said they was suckers. Wanted you for the army. But you make it.
You can open it up and see the news. And my note is missing some things. Brennis is the name of your friend there, correct?
Oh, that sounds familiar. I can double check. I just don't know how I would have spelled it. Yes, Brennis.
Brennis will look at the note that you have and whistle. Must be something special there.
I don't know yet.
Are you gonna read it?
Yeah, why are you creeping on me?
Is it from your admirer?
What admirer?
We've been over this. I wish you'd just admit it.
Oh, now you think I slipped my way up, huh?
Look, someone like you is valuable to quite a few people in this kind of thing.
Why don't you tell me a joke before I open it?
All right. Let's see. One sec. I have a message to the guy that invented Zero. Thanks for nothing.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
I mean, I've heard better, but okay.
You've heard better. Hold on. Hold on. I can get you a better one. I was up all night wondering where the sun went, but then it dawned on me.
Okay, that's a little funny.
What?
All right. Well, think about another one in case I get bad news in the letter.
Okay.
I will read the letter.
It is exceptionally good news. The same news that everyone else has gotten. Well?
Well, this is a surprise.
Oh, so you don't need my joke?
I'll take it anyway. What is it?
Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana.
Ah, one of my favorite jokes from Burning Monkeys out there.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm getting a promotion.
Oh, somebody likes you.
Yes, my admirer, apparently.
So you're going to become a squire to a Templar?
I'm going to become a Templar.
What? How?
I don't know, that's what the letter says.
I've been working for years to try to get noticed. Just even to be noticed. Come on, Eli.
Maybe the the arrow flying.
No, come on, Eli. I get it, right? You look so young. Whoever it is has got to really like you. Look, we can take it down. We can take them down from the inside. We'll both get promotions. We could make Inquisitor with this.
Down for what?
Look, I know you think that right now everything is going really well, and if you just keep it up, you'll move up. But once they get done with you, they won't want anything from you. They won't care. They'll throw you away like yesterday's garbage.
There's nobody like you're thinking of.
Come on. Templar.
Come on, what?
You've been here for only a few months and already you're making Templar.
I've just been very lucky, I guess. I don't know. I can't say why they make these decisions.
All right. You change your mind. We can work together on it. I'd be with you. I'd help make sure that this person is brought to justice.
I'm happy to work together on your jokes.
Won't be as much time for that. You won't be around here much anymore. Well, I'll be there for the ceremony. It'll be fun to see you make such a big accomplishment.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And last but not least, Frey.
Just scream at him at the top of your lungs, Frey.
Frey. You will receive your letter in an empty house. Cook hasn't been back in quite some time. A lot of meals are being, at this point, just kind of made by short-term people working within the house. And the staff are even more silent than usual. Everybody is kind of giving you your distance. What does Frey do when Frey gets this letter?
Probably just, is there like a garden or anything?
Yeah.
Probably just like sit out in my garden and go over it.
Yeah. It is incredibly good news, unusual news, that you are being given a slightly different promotion. You are not being given a promotion as an Inquisitor, but it is similar in position. You are being given a lead investigator role. This is the kind of assignment that means that you are going to be like responsible for a small team down the road. Not right away. This is the kind of thing where you like the work that you're doing will determine the team that they assign to you, and you'll sort of periodically oversee small tasks that they'll be taking care of.
Well, isn't this good news? Be free?
The butterfly will kind of flutter around the thing in a kind of like excited dance.
Yeah. Glad someone's happy for me.
What do you do with the note? Do you keep it somewhere? Do you leave it somewhere? Do you care if your parents see it?
I'd probably just eventually take it back to my room and keep it somewhere, like, keep it somewhere nice.
Okay. Well, more time will pass as we approach the day of the ceremony. Second, is there anything that you guys want to do prior to the ceremony?
Narissa's probably just going to be doing some angry, like, sparring, things like that, just because she's kind of mad because it's like she did something actually good and her parents are not giving her the credit for it, and so she's upset. But other than that, like, she pretty much figures that they'll have some ridiculous thing for her to wear at the ceremony, so she's just getting out her frustrations.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
What about the rest of you?
Well, I'm supposed to be keeping a low profile.
Okay.
What did they say to my other guy? Oh, I'm
Do
talking
you
loud.
get Debobe a special bandana for the ceremony or anything?
Yeah, I'll do that, but I'm not going to draw any attention to myself.
Okay.
The other guy, the animal, you mean?
I know that do I know that their ceremony is happening?
Yeah.
Like, to be there?
So it's assumed that if you're getting this, they would be getting a promotion along with you.
You gotta show up in your blues.
But then you will hear through the grapevine eventually that they are getting a promotion as well. But
Templar.
the day of the ceremony will come. It is not a large affair, but a fairly good-sized affair with a lot of people that are well known throughout the barracks and throughout the ministry. These are various Templars and Justicars that work within the system, as well as some investigators and High Inquisitors that all do that have all done like that have all had sort of like high-profile careers of some sort. One thing that everybody knows in becoming a Templar is it is a very taxing career. Not everybody makes it as a Templar. Some people break under the pressure because there's a lot more work to do and fall back into being knights because they can't truly handle it. Some Templars get brazen or overreach their boundaries and end up in positions where they themselves end up jailed or locked in the deep dungeons for various high-profile crimes. But usually, those things are weeded out long before that through a careful monitoring system. Part of being a Templar involves like regular communications with a person who is keeping up with the current state of your feelings, needs, and experiences. When you
Like a therapist, or
not quite a therapist, but close. I would consider this more like the way that the way that some places have like a sort of grief counselor. They're there for like a short time, but once they determine that you're good enough, they kind of let you go. This is kind of like after a cop or somebody else in that profession like ends up doing something that is, like very traumatic. They'll see this grief counselor for a while, and then once they're approved to go back out, that relationship usually comes to an end. And if they were to find a therapist, they would have to do it on their own. But you can spend some time mingling, although not a lot of the people here are people that you know. And not a lot of the people here are people that know you. Rhyme has kept you out of the public eye as best she can. Even the one thing that you might have some notoriety for barely made news. Some people heard about it, but a lot of people didn't. And Rhyme has kind of said that. But Rhyme will inevitably find the four of you, if Frey is attending, and gather all of you up. It's good to see all of you made it. I was worried some of you might decide not to show. This is a formal event, and I didn't know if this was necessarily for everyone.
oh, you mean like the movie?
Yes.
She got a special bandana for it. See?
How nice.
It is an honor to be here.
Good. It should be. There's a big project that I'm going to need you on that's coming up. I know that this seems abnormal, and I'm sure that people are giving you a lot of concern for it, a lot of question. But I need to make sure that you're in the position you need to be in to do the things that we need to get done.
That doesn't sound ominous.
I trust the four of you to do the right thing and to take care of what needs to be taken care of.
You don't trust a Bobby?
The Bobe does what Al asks her to, right?
Well, there are 5 of us.
You see one of these numbers?
I'm sorry. Has someone cast Awaken on it?
No, it's awake.
No, Awaken is a spell. It's a druidical spell that would
no, we're
allow
not.
it to become of human mind. Well, really more like goblin mind, but let's not be that type.
Oh man. It's a dirty job. I feel skeezy for taking it.
The point is, we will do whatever it is that you have for us to do.
Yes. That is what makes you good Templar.
I'll kill this baby. It's...
The ceremony is a very nice ceremony, but it's also kind of like plain. Everybody they bring you all onto the stage. They talk about who you are. They talk about where you're going, what it means to be a Templar, and then each of you has to recite a vow. The vow is basically very it's like a promise to serve the city and the country of Sierra Savant. And when you make that promise, there is a book, the Book of the Templars, that you place your hand into. There's a page for every Templar that still lives. When a Templar dies, the page is removed and moved to a different book, one that is filled with the one that is like a book of those who have passed that have worked for the knights. But when you place your hand upon the book and recite the oath, an imprint of your hand will kind of appear within the book, and your name will etch over the top of it with a small number at the bottom with a dash following beside it. And that number will be 3075.
3075?
Yes. You would know that to be the current year.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Is there anyone else getting promoted at the ceremony? Or
yes, there are a few other people. There are about 10 people being promoted during this ceremony.
Are the others people we've seen in the news or heard about?
Yes, the other 6 people all are very prestigious people that have been in line for this promotion for quite some time. They've been working heavily through the system to do these kinds of things, and they only choose new Templars about once every half year. So
Ooh.
This is just the right timing for you guys.
They got a quota they had to fill. Maybe.
But the ceremony will kind of wind down, and a couple of additional people will come to meet each of you. People who perhaps you'll remember their names, perhaps you won't. That has yet to be seen until down the road. When you are there, there is a special thing that each of you will find as you finish making your speech and make your way down. Actually, why don't the 3 of you that are giving your speech, your oath, give me a perception check?
So which 3 is it?
That would be you, Nerissa, and Eli.
It's like Al's giving it twice, huh?
Yeah. So, Eli, you will quite easily catch, through a crowd filled with people, 2 little halflings that are very familiar to you. Quite old and very proud to see what their daughter has accomplished, or what their son has accomplished.
So my parents are there?
Yes.
Even though I had not told them about this?
Yes.
And they didn't tell me they were coming?
Yes.
Okay.
I
will talk to them after the ceremony.
Yeah. You can make your way down to them after the ceremony, and they'll make their way towards you. Eli, we're so proud of you.
How did you even know this was happening? I mean, nice to see you, first of all. Just, I'm surprised.
It is wonderful to see you. We got a letter. It just kind of appeared.
Ooh.
We were, out in the fields doing our work, and this letter just, boop. That was literally the sound it made. Boop. Like some kind of gnome had cast a spell in the area.
Freaking gnomes.
When we opened it up, it told us of your accomplishments. And it said that if we wanted to, if we stood in a certain place at a certain time together with the letter, it would bring us here and bring us back later tonight.
Oh, well, that's cool. It's nice to see you.
It's great to see you. How have you been?
I've been doing okay. My roommate tells a lot of jokes. Some of them are funny.
Tells jokes.
Mm-hmm. Someone I stay with in the barracks.
You gotta be careful around people like that. There was this one. Now I know some of those people are good people, because there's that story about that girl from around our area that went off to a different big city, and she did really well with the ministry or whatever it was, but like not everyone ends up like that. You can't just expect that jokes or music are gonna make life better. Good hard work, that's what matters. And you've been putting in that hard work, right? That's what got you here?
I think so.
I know it's different kinds of work, and we do miss you on the farm. But I hope
I miss you too.
I hope you're enjoying the work.
It's been interesting so far. Always new things to learn and people to meet.
And this Templar, is this a big thing?
Yeah, apparently.
What does that mean you're
My
gonna do?
roommate was kind of jealous.
Really?
Yeah, I felt bad. He said he's been working towards it for a long time and he doesn't get recognized. And then he insinuated that somebody had a crush on me, and that's why I got
A crush on you?
Got a crush.
Hey, don't make it sound like that's impossible.
I don't mean it like that,
Jeez,
Eli.
Mom.
I just thought, if somebody did have a crush on you, they would say something, right?
I don't know.
I mean, when I had a crush on your father, I made it pretty well known.
Okay, Mom, we don't gotta go into that.
Oh, okay.
TMI.
Well, I hope that's not the case. I hope you're really being recognized for the work you did. You were a great worker out on the farm, and we're very, very happy to see you achieving such success.
That's nice to hear. Thank you. I know not the families of my compatriots are not nearly so nice as mine. I'm very lucky to have you.
We're very lucky to have you too.
I will slip my mother, let's see what I have. 50 gold.
Give me a
To
sleight
take
of
home.
hand. Unless you're like giving it to her where she can see it.
I don't.
But since you said slip, I'm assuming you're trying to give it
I
to her.
forgot. If I don't have the box checked, but I do have ability in it, can I do it?
No, you need to. If does it have an asterisk next to it? Like
Yes.
sleight it. Yeah, then you cannot do it. But you can just give it to her. How much are you giving her?
50 gold.
Wow.
Wow.
To help with the farm and the promotion. They said I'll be getting a raise. So
We're doing very, very good. We don't need this.
I know, but I wanna, I don't know, help you guys out since I'm
No,
not there
no,
to help on
you're-
the farm directly.
You are helping us. We get to tell everyone great stories about our successful little Eli.
Do something special for my siblings then.
All right, we'll use it as gifts.
Anything I should know about news at home?
Well, you know how we had that turnip thief?
Oh yes.
So, it turns out that it wasn't a turnip thief at all. Jenkins just could not manage his crops properly. He was salting them and didn't realize it was salt. He thought it was pixie dust. Can you believe that? He doesn't know the difference between pixie dust and salt.
Oh my, that's some farming incompetence.
It certainly is. But that explained, I guess it turned out he would go out in the night and he would dig up his own crops because they were doing so poorly. And then he would claim they were stolen.
It's almost like somebody tried watering their plants with Gatorade.
What's a Gatorade?
Well done.
What plants
It's like
crave?
a sweet drink.
Brondo.
I've never heard of it.
Well, I'm just saying it's like salt. It would be something that would harm them instead of help them.
Ah. You all have the weirdest things here in the city.
It's always something new to learn, right?
There is. Did you know that when we got here, there were all kinds of people trying to show us all kinds of interesting things? And there's so many fish here. Everybody is selling fish.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen so many fish before. So many different varieties. Even things that aren't quite fish.
Oh, like catfish?
Wait, is that a cross between a cat and a fish? Or do you mean actual catfish?
I mean actual catfish.
Oh, okay.
They have whiskers like cats.
Whew. I'm always nervous anymore when I'm in these cities because the things that you see. I had never seen an orc before. They're so big. They're so big.
We're kind of little.
I need to take a pause to think about it. I'll be right back. All right. So, Eli can continue some conversation with his family as we jump over to Charles. Will be quite surprised to be greeted by a small familiar group of people. You see your two biological parents there, but also some of the other like people who are part of your sort of close circle. When you would operate within your tribe, they're in kind of small enclaves that family is considered. So it might be like a couple of couples that are together that raise their kids together in like kind of pods, which is probably a part of why the arrangement that you had in that commune you had felt kind of familiar. It was all of you working together towards the same sort of general purpose. But they will come
I'll
up.
just be chuffed to see them.
Oh, so what is this? How does these things work?
I'm not really sure, but I think you will. I think we will all know together.
You're doing well though? This is a good thing?
I believe so.
Good. Things have been good since you've been gone. Things have been well.
That is wonderful.
The Sphinx, she says you're a good man for what you did.
Oh. I don't remember the name I gave the Sphinx. I went out to that effort to give that Sphinx a name too. Was it Thermopylae?
I don't remember, and I didn't take it down.
Okay.
It's not in my notes, which is annoying, but
I'll go. That is very kind of them to say. And how are they?
doing very well. They have blessed us with some of their understanding. Very happy with it.
That is fantastic. And how has the rains come this year?
They have been exceptional, actually. We believe that the Sphinx has brought some kind of power upon us, or perhaps it is from you coming here. But it is definitely a blessing. We have had the best yield we've had in a while.
Wow, it is good to share blessings. Have you had something to eat?
Oh, I have.
Uh-huh. They do
Big
not
plate
know
of
how to make-
cheeses over here.
Yes. They do not know Jollof, but they certainly know cheeses.
They do. Hard to get cheese. It's the only thing worth coming into a city for.
I would agree with you wholeheartedly. How did the journey go?
Very
It
short.
must have been long.
No,
Very short.
we touched a piece of paper and it took us here.
Fantastic. They did not tell me they were teleporting you. Do we use that term, by the way?
Yes,
Is that the
you
correct-
can use that
yeah.
term.
Okay.
Yes, it was a rather disorienting experience. We just were there and then we're here. With people yelling all sorts of things in various different places.
Huh.
Your mother was terrified.
Oh, I apologize, Mother. I know that must have been disconcerting. I think I am on my move. I will send gifts back to the village when I get my new duties.
The village would appreciate them very much. Just like we appreciate what you're doing here for all of us.
Oh well, thank you.
Keep up our good name. Don't let them forget about us.
I will.
I don't need them sending out more crews to build another city where we are.
No, we don't need that. We are fine in the plains. If people want to come to the city, there are plenty of cities they can come to.
Exactly. You speak for us. You make sure they remember.
Okay, I will. Thank you, Father. That was Father?
Yes.
Okay.
Nerissa. Your parents are waiting for you at the end of the ramp as you make your way down. Well, at least you can recite the oath correctly.
Oh man, your parents. Ugh.
Yes, I was surprised myself.
What are we going to do with you?
Hopefully that won't be a problem much longer.
You're really thinking of leaving?
I think that it would be good for me to learn some independence, don't you?
I think that you will crash and burn. If your reputation is anything like what got you here, then I'm sure it'll be a matter of time before you're making little Nerissas of your own.
Ooh, man. So creepy.
Your father clears his throat and kind of gives a rather stern glance at her for a moment before looking to you. If that's your choice, then I will respect it. Just know it's harder than it seems. There's a lot of upkeep. And we're not going to carry you on this. It's going to be on you. You're going to need your own meals, your own staff. You take care of these things. Don't come crawling back to us. You want to do this, you do this. Good.
Yes. Well, I will still, of course, visit, but I just think that it's time for me to learn to be independent as well.
I understand. Just be careful who you engage with. There are a lot of unsavory Templars, and I'd rather you not succumb to becoming one of them.
Ooh.
As always, I will strive to make you proud of me, Father.
Thank you. All I ask. Go, mingle, meet people.
I will. And Nerissa will turn to go into the crowd and like She doesn't really want to introduce her party members to her parents for obvious reasons.
Yep. Things will kind of wrap up. The ceremony will come to an end, and the party can... Is there anything that you all want to do? Do you want to find each other during this and talk a little bit? Or what is all of your thoughts?
Narissa probably would seek out Eli and Al to sort of meet their families, like, you know, just kind of get a better idea of,
Well,
like,
you
who
wouldn't
they
know
are.
their families are there. There's no one has said
Oh.
anything about their families being here, and you didn't
Okay.
succeed a perception check.
I got you.
That's part of what that perception check was about.
I got you. Okay. Well, then I would probably just mingle and, you know, eventually meet up with the rest of the group.
Okay. Yeah, you can eventually find everybody. Is anybody else looking for each other?
Once I'm done talking to the P's, I'll look for my compatriots to
Okay.
introduce my parents. I don't want to overwhelm them. You know what I mean? It was a far distance.
How about Frey?
I'll just wait for them to come find me if they want to.
Okay.
I'm not gonna barge into their family time.
Well, if you're just kind of waiting around off in a spot, Rhyme will approach you. Do you see the people that are here, Frey? Do you understand why I chose you over others?
Not entirely.
How are you with honesty? Like with receiving honesty?
Well,
There's a certain presence that I have. Perhaps you've noticed it. And as she starts to say that, you can feel like a tingle start to run down your spine, just a sort of like nervousness. And it seems almost as if she looks bigger than she did before. That presence makes certain people respect me the way that they might not otherwise others. You are like the inverse of that. You have a presence that draws people in. It's soothing in its own way. Well, your parents might not know it. I've kept an eye on your profile very closely. People will just sometimes talk to you, give you details without thinking about what they're giving you. But it seems like you're wasting it. When someone comes to talk to you, you need to talk to them. They're not always going to tell you everything. You have to engage them. And that's not me giving you advice. And you can feel like she's getting larger as she says the next statement. That is an order. I will not have that etherless mistake of our kind be your leader. Do you understand me?
understand completely.
You speak for them, not her.
Of course.
And as she pulls back, you can feel that fear, like, kind of drip away from you, like the cool feeling you get as the sweat pours from you. Good. I'm glad we're on the same page. I'd like to congratulate you on your promotion as well. It's a well-deserved promotion, and I think once you are willing to accept your true potential, you will be a great asset to all of your friends and to all of us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, and also, don't say a word about anything that's happened. I would assume you know that, but you're not technically one of us. So I have to trust that you'll keep it proper, keep it silent, like what we've had to do within our family for generation upon generation. Can you do that?
Of course.
You're an asset, Frey. Thank you.
Thank you.
And as Rhyme walks away, the party will find their way to Frey.
Well, good party, guys.
It was very nice. My parents were here, as well as a couple of folks from my village.
Oh, that's really good. I hope that it was a good thing for you to see them.
It's good. They're a little taken aback by the things that happened in the city. It is very hard for them. But it was very kind of them to show up.
I imagine that must be disorienting.
Yeah, my parents came too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
All the way from Emerald Sincerity?
They teleported them here apparently with a letter. How fun.
That is.
Yes, that is what I learned as well.
That was very
Makes
nice
the
of
journey
them.
much easier. It seems a little bit presumptuous that they would like invite our families without telling us or asking us, but for me at least it's good.
Well, if you don't have family, who do you have?
Hopefully friends.
A village full of well-meaning people?
A hyena?
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Same
Didn't
to you.
you get a promotion too?
I did, though I'm not exactly with the knights, so it's not the same kind of promotion. But
Well, congratulations.
thank you. I am a lead investigator now.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Are you in charge?
Not completely, but it sounds like at some point I could get my own team.
Oh,
Aren't you
Are
on
we
a
a
team
team?
with us?
yeah.
I assume that would come after this, potentially.
Your parents must be so proud.
I hope they are.
They didn't come?
No. Not too surprised.
Oh.
Well, that's
But they live in the
disappointing. I'm
area,
sorry to
don't
hear.
They wouldn't even have had to teleport. Maybe the invitation got lost in the mail?
Perhaps it's because it wasn't technically her ceremony.
Maybe.
Probably.
Do they do a separate ceremony for you?
Not that I've heard. Seems like more of a Templar thing.
I see. Well, at least there's all this delicious food to enjoy.
True.
Apparently, a lot of cheese.
There is an astonishing amount of cheese. It's all very good.
Well, with that, the party can enjoy what's left of the evening and
And
head
the
back.
cheese.
And head back on their way. Your respective families that wish you well will wish you well. Your respective families that do not wish you well will not even go home with you. They've already left. And we'll meet you back at home.
Can I buy a basket of treats for the family to take home?
You absolutely can. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
I would
grab
like to do that.
something for them before you go.
Please
go-
take some back to the village.
Yeah, you buy some of your favorite things around town that they can take back with them. They thank you
tell them
again
that-
profusely.
Oh.
And then you can watch as they do what they're told, and they all kind of like together put a tear on the letter, and they all fade away. Eli, your parents will once more remind you how proud they are of your accomplishments. We'll get good gifts for your siblings, we promise.
And help out the poor in the area who need it.
You know that's not a really big problem. Even the poor there are doing quite well for themselves. But we'll do as you ask.
Nice to see you. Give everyone a hug for me.
I will. There'll be a lot of hugs, though.
But he's
It's
not.
okay. I think you'd enjoy it.
I will. Goodbye.
Bye.
They'll tear the note and disappear. You can all return home. Everything is normal for everyone, barring one of you when you return home. Ray, it's very good news for you this time. It's very different when you get home. Your parents are there.
Uh-oh.
You open up the
Sorry.
door, and you can see them lying on the floor, blood everywhere. And the
good
words,
job, Frank.
congratulations, written on the floor in their blood. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.